It's hexy. All right. Sunday night. Gotta go back to work tomorrow. Thought I'd do a little playing, goofing around with the BCS. What's up, Toddley? Matter of fact, there, Monsieur. Let me do this. Let me do this, just in case you get bored. Just in case you get bored. All right. Thought I'd mess around a little this evening. Play a little bit of this shenanigans. The shenanigans that we love so much. I got a couple activations left to do. On this side, I still got Combat Command A, Combat Command C, which is pretty much devastated. Still got the British, whatever the Nick Brigade is. I've got Welvert's Task Force, which has been decimated. And I've got Shoot and Stankoff for the Germans. And Task Force Gearhart, which initially ran away, and now they've come back into the game. Tony, What you already am. Are you already am BCSing? All right, so I'm going to go over here to whatever the name of this town is. Thalepta, or whatever it's called. And, of course, my objective is to, well, an automatic victory is for me to drive all my tactical MA units off that side of the map. You just got here. Wake up. You won't be bored. I'll be playing fire pole dancing music here shortly. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do that because I didn't destroy CCA and they're sitting behind my lines here. And I'm afraid they're going to cause me all kinds of hell. I don't own this road network anymore, right in here. See, the Allies have stacked up. I was able to get CCB around after they got their butts handed to them around over here on this road. Not that that means that they can hold that. But as long as Shoot is sitting over here, I mean, I can move them. If I could get them around here, it'd be faster this way. But like I say, that's going to hold them up. And then I could move the supply sources down this way, that way. But they'd end up crossing streams with the other units. So my thought is I may need to jump all over a bunch of victory point locations. Because right now I only own two. I own this one here. And I own this town that somebody else is supposed to, somebody else that Chris Ridley sent me a pronunciation thing, and I still haven't listened to it yet, or listened to it once, still can't say it. So I only own two, and I know the Germans need at least 9 to win. And it looks to me like the best opportunity for this stuff here, and I'm sorry, I'm using my tabletop camera here with the wire in the stinking way because I got my other one up on a bracket, and I can't get in here close enough with it. And I just messed up my view. All right, so anyhow. So I got objectives here, here, there's one here, and then there's like 2 or 3 up that way. So I don't know. I'll have to debate this one as I'm going, as I'm moving along. But I think what I'm going to do now is maybe, if I can't get the victory points, I've got DAC. The DAC, I guess they refer to it as the formation, the Department Army or Department Africa Corps or Divisione Africa Corps. They can work on the rest of Welvert's Task Force, which has pretty much been decimated up in here. And then I've got Stenkoff, who I think I'm going to turn up the road here and see if I can't. Well, I don't know. Do I turn Stenkoff up this road and backdoor Stark's Task Force, which I could probably smoke them pretty easily. And like I said, I don't have to worry about crossing streams between Stenkoff and Dak because they're called buddies in this game here. So there wouldn't be any interference. My biggest question is is still what to do with this mess down yonder. Steve, how you doing? Is this mess down here with Task Force or with CCA stuck down here in this corner. Now, they've been MSR blocked for a while because the chute's got all their it has all the roads going out cut off. They can't get any supply, or they can't get an MSR. So, I don't know. I mean, I took a punch up here at the Brits and all the Americans up here. I just took KG Lang. And I mean, when this turn started for this group, the Brits were sitting down here. And Lang came up, and I just literally, well, Rhyme hit him first, and then Lang came up and punched him in the face even harder and stuffed him. And the Allied units, like I say, their action ratings are just not that good. So the Germans deal with them pretty easy. But they are capable of getting attacks. They usually start at a negative DRM. But once they add assists and support, haven't been much luck with getting any air. There is no unassigned artillery in this game, so they don't get any of that. But they've got intrinsic artillery, which can add pluses to this stuff here. So my debate is do I just give up on Combat Command A being cut off down here behind me, say forget it to the victory point schedule, and break everybody out along the road, and try to exit off my victory location over here at victory condition Tebessa, which if I could get all of this stuff off. Now, another thing too is I got Gearhart, who they were removed from the game, and this was in actuality, this actually happened. They were removed from the game because they went off chasing a ghost in the desert, are coming back on now, and they're completely healthy. They're fatigue of 1. They haven't activated yet, so they could probably run down this road and just jot right on over. I don't know. This is a tough one to debate, man, how I want to do this. Either way, I'm going to have to clear out that middle road there before I do anything. So I guess maybe the thing is to focus on that first. So let's activate Gearhart since the camera's already pointed over there. Let's get him back on the map. Let's see. There's 3 victory locations there, and there's 1 here, and there's 1 here. So there's 5 victory locations up in that area. I mean, if I could take those, that'd be 5, 6, 7. I'm going to get 1 way over here, 8. But can we hang on to them is the question. Well, you know what? Let's do it. Let's take a shot at it. Let's take a shot at it. So let's go ahead. We're going to activate Gearhart. All right, and if you want to see what he looks like, there he is. He's got a command radius of 8. I know it's not going to be good on that camera. Like I said, my good camera is not in a position where I can do this. All right, so he's going to be fresh. His MSR is not. I mean, he's going to be not good MSR since he's coming on, so it's going to be a straight up roll. It is good weather conditions. No, Rommel is not assigned to him, so he rolls He rolls a freaking 4, so that's going to be a partial snafu. So he's only going to get 1 objective, and you have to put an objective marker. You'll notice I dropped it right on that victory location. Okay, doesn't mean I can't move all over the place, but in order to take that victory location, you have to have an objective marker in it. So we'll put it right there. Let's see what we got. We will take it with, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, and we'll take it. All right, what's he got in here? Oh, yeah. 6.5, 7.5, 8.5, 9, 10, 10.5, 11.5, and we're going to take on this armor right here. And wait a minute, does Gearhart have any support with him? Negative. All right, so we're going to do an engagement with that armor right there. And you do not now. Most combats, all but this combat, has to be within 2 hexes of the objective marker. All right. Except for this type, which is an engagement. So in an engagement, we're going to add the total. 2 and 5 is 7 against their 2 and 2 is 4. So it's a +3 from the start. Sorry, I'm not putting the combat table up here in your noses. That's way too much work. If you got one, pull it out of your box and follow along. John, how you doing? Johnny. John, Michigan Longshore. All right, so we're going to do, there's no dual or appropriate support with this one here. MSR is not blocked for either one of them right now. It's not a double objective. I've got 2 air points I could use. No, this is an engagement. I'm sorry. All right, so double objective zone, no. Limited AV, no. Prepared defense, multiple. It's just going to be a straight up +3. All right, we rolled a 7 +3 is 10. Target is a real AV. He gets a target loss and a retreat. So this unit has been destroyed. He can be rebuilt because he's not yellow. He's not got a yellow circle around his AR rating there. All right. Now, they say that when all the formations are eliminated, you remove a headquarters. But CCC, they can rebuild. Plus, they might have some reinforcements still left. Let me see real quick here. Actually, no. There is no more CCC. So this headquarters is no longer in existence right now. They just get removed from the game. Move that out of the way. All right. And when I say that was 12.5 to there. Which way do I want to go? 12.5. 13.5. We'll go right there and stop. So if a unit like this, I used 1 fire event, and the fire event was to do that engagement on this guy here. And so I still had movement points after the fire event. If he'd have executed 2 fire events, he would have had to stop where he was and would not have been able to move into that box where that headquarters was. So he's done. And let's get the other units on the go here. So I have this guy here. So I need to start getting into position to take these victory. That one's no good. I can't take that. Son of a gun. I'm not going to get any points for that. All right. And neither am I going to get any points for that one there, I don't think. Shoot. Okay. So let's do this. Let's back him off. So he would have had 11.5 after he's done with the attack. He does not have to go in there after an engagement. During a regular attack. Yeah, Steve, I'm having to use the damn camera on a tripod with the wire in the way. So that's about the freaking best I'm going to do for you right there. So tough it out. Put on your magnifying glasses. All right, so instead of doing that, I'm going to back him off 12.5, 13, 14. All right. So just for, we put a unit out of action. All right, let me get this headquarters on the board too. Let's see, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. And we know that's 12 to there. So we know this will be 13, 14, 15, 16 to there. We know this is 12. We'll travel him with the headquarters. And we'll chuggy our supply train right on down here because they can move wherever they want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep them in optimal distance, and he's ghosted. And the ejective marker, that's the end of that. Now, roll for fatigue. He did an engagement, so that's going to be, no matter, roll a 6. No fatigue, so he's going to stay at fatigue 1. I want service. Nathan, how you doing, buddy? I was just sitting out. Nathan, I was just literally sitting out on the couch trying to finish up your Stalingrad 42 play. I love your what I call talking thought as you're playing. Works great. Do I want to take the chance of a second activation with this guy? He's at fatigue 1. And I think I do because I can't see any of the allies jumping this road over here. So let's back off a little bit more. Sorry. And let's go ahead and see first off if we can do it. Yes, a 5. so let's roll for snafu. It's going to be, again, with the parcels. My God. All right. I don't need to really assign objective for this because I'm just going to move. I don't need to fight nobody. All right, so let's go with the headquarters first. Now, units move individually in this game, but come on. That's a 12. That's a 12. I know I'm going to keep him with him. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They won't be crossing streams with these guys because they're from the same command. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I don't have to worry about the command crossing stuff here. All right. Let's move this guy up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, we're going to break. God, I should just move it or shoot that guy in the face. Oh, come on, Jeff. Where's it at? All right. But we won't do it. We won't do it. Oh, but this guy can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's only movement, so I can move into the hex of the headquarters. 13 and 14. Oh, perfect. All right, so 11, 12, 13 into there. We're going to make this guy jump. 1, 2, 3. Back onto his boys here. So that'd be, oh, wrong guy, sorry. So that'd be 13 to there, and then 14. And he's going to fire. He's going to do a fire event. We're going to do an engagement. This could work out actually pretty good. Oh, boy, that's a 6. No, I can't. Why does that guy have a red? So he's not going to do anything. He can do an attack. Let's see. Let's check the green chart. That is not a dual AV. That is an attack-capable unit. And they do not have any support. But guess what? They can regular attack. And that's literally all he's going to be able to do. Man, do I even want to mess around with those odds? He's got no support. No, I don't think so. I don't think we'll do that. All right. So let's jump the train up again. We want to keep it within 5. He's still going to be ghosted. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll move him up into here. All right. And we're going to roll. It's a second activation. Oh, we got lucky again. Still sitting at fatigue 1. Matt, what's going on? And come on now. Oh, y'all couldn't even see what I was doing there. I need to master Nathan's art of moving the camera around while I play because I am just no good at this crap. All right, y'all didn't see any of that, did you? Okay, so I moved all this junk up here. All right, and because this guy here, they're done now, so I'm going to flip them back and put their marker on them. But you see the color in the headquarters there, and the color in their brothers right there, and the color in, where's Lang at? Lang's up here. They're all the same. I'm going to put these over. So they're all buddies, so I don't have to worry about coordination and crossing the streams for these guys. All right, so let's close them out. Where's my little thing here? That was Gearhart, who the little guy that wandered off into the desert and came back. All right, so Gearhart's done. Now, how to prevent... Welvert really has nothing he can do. Who do I got left? I got Nick, Welvert, CCC, and CCA. CCC no longer exists right now. And CCA is in the corner over here. This is going to be tough for them. They may not even be able to activate with where they're sitting. I got to do something with these guys. They just don't. The Americans just don't have. Oh, you know what? I did boo-boo there, guys. See, look at that. I get a crew already. I already made a mistake. I got to back all these guys off. Thanks for catching that. Appreciate it. Thanks. I got to back all these guys off. Son of a gun. Man, I can't believe I did that. The mistakes we make. So I'll tell you what, I'm not even going to try to guess. I'm just going to back them all off to here because that's just too much thinking for me. Too much thinking. Back them off to where they would have been. Put the trains back. Now, why did I have to back them off? Because I moved them like I had a full activation. Don't! Or a full snafu, and I didn't. It was partial. So I backed them off. There, they're back. Okay, you happy? Don't start nothing, LBW, Steve. And Todd's not commenting, so. Oh, darn it, there he is. That's probably the one thing I catch myself doing. It's minimal when I do it, but and I always catch myself when I do it. On a partial activation, movement allowances are halved. So I couldn't have jumped those guys all the way over there. All right. So let's go on to what I want to get these Brits down. So I'm going to move my camera. All right. I'm wearing Speedos. Sorry if the camera catches them. Can y'all see them guys? You can see them? Yeah. Those guys. They're going to move that way somehow. Okay. All right. And that is the Nick task force Nick. We're going to flip him. God, I tell you what, boy, the American units have terrible second activation numbers. All right, so he's going to be, he's fatigued once, so he's going to be a straight up roll. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, Tony, are you still here? Because I guarantee you that's why I'm rolling like this. That was a 4. So he got a partial. And one objective, right? Thanks, Nate. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even drop any on that second one because they weren't going to attack anything. And you can go through a headquarters, from what I understand, without having one on there. All right, so we're going to get a partial up there. I don't need to drop an objective on them because they already own all that up there. So we're going to move. Now, the question is what to do with them. I'm going to say this gap. I'm going to say I need to move them down. Start moving them down, get them into this gap here. Anybody got any better ideas? It's either I got to get them in here or I got to get them over this way to stop DAC, because that's an exit hex right there. And it's on a main road. What's the command radius? This guy's only got a command radius of 5. I think the allies might be 1 formation short. So let's see. Yeah, you're right. It's Tony's Board Life branded dice is what it is. All right, well, I got to get them down the road first. So let's figure out. God, I won't be able to split them because they'll be out of command. Let's see. The Germans aren't going to gain any more ground this turn into here. So maybe what I need to do is let's redirect Task Force Nick in this direction. And they're coming in on B. God, they're only getting a partial. Well, all I can do is start moving them. So let's just start moving them. All right. Nobody's a lightning bolt. The 12s. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because they only move half. Get the headquarters down here with him. All right. So that's 6. That means that's going to be 5 right there. Put those two together. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the combat trains. He moved, so we'll put him there. Just moving's not going to cost any fatigue. Nate, did you find that kind of odd that if a unit just only moves, and you're not dropping down combat objectives, that they don't suffer any? Well, they don't suffer any if it's on a first activation. They don't suffer any fatigue. All right, let's try to second activate them. 3, they're not going anywhere, but I can flip the trains. And second activation roll for fatigue. 5, he's good. No fatigue. All right, so that ends it for Task Force Nick. Tricky Nick. I thought you said you loved this game, John. Are you lying to me now? You just said you love this game. You don't know why. All right, so Nick is done. Now, what to do with the Germans? What to do with the Germans? All right, what do I got left here? So, that darn cable. If you guys had helped me get to 1,000 subscribers, I could use my stinking cell phone and do this stuff wirelessly. Todd, Steve. All right, so I think we need to activate Stankoff over here, whose MSR is not blocked, but it's like 14,000 miles long. So it's not optimal. He's not going to get that +1 for optimal. He's not. Oh, where's his marker? Are you kidding me? I arrested those guys so they could be fresh, and then I moved the marker away. All right, put him back on there. All right, so he's going to get a +1. Let's see. Optimal distance. No, it's not ghosted right now. It's going to be because I'm going to be moving it. Don't worry, crossing streams. It is using tracks, but it's good trafficability, so it's going to be -1. All right, so it's going to be straight up. Come on, get a full activation. Oh, you had it and don't know why. I got you. Isn't most North Africa stuff on roads for the most part anyway? Yeah, I mean, I guess. Especially if the freaking wind blows and the sand covers the roads. Yeah, there's on the fatigue chart, it says if you even attempt a second activation, it's a fatigue roll. Yeah, why? Nathan's got it right. Let's see. You've never done that, John? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. All right, so let's activate Stankoff. All right. And what did I just say? I rolled a 5. Another partial. My God. All right. The question is do I take Stankoff and drive into Welvert? I'm not going to get there regardless, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. All right, so let's drop an objective up on Stankoff. All right. And what's he got there? He's got nothing. Why is he on the board? Well, guess what, guys? I left this guy on the board, and he doesn't need to be there because I was interpreting the rules in a different way. So let's just get him out of there. There's nothing over there to stop him. He has no units left. So I don't need to put that objective there. But what I need to do is he actually had a coordination marker. Yeah, so remember that if a headquarters has to retreat, certain results, you're going to drop a coordination marker on them, and keep that in mind. So yeah, these were from the Walmart craft section. Oh, by the way, I went up to Walmart to pick up some medicine yesterday, and I just said, okay, what the hell? Let's go check the craft section, see if they got any of my trays that I love so much in, because they haven't had none in a while. And I keep having to order trays from Joann's that they ship in a plastic bag. And Walmart had 18 of them. Guess how many they have now? Yep, you heard it, 0. All right. So I'm going to take, I can get these beads out of the way now because they are just there to remind me where there are roads. Let's see. Do I want to take Stank off and go after Stark? Because DAK is already doing it for me. I've got the most powerful division in the desert coming on here shortly, the Centauro division of the Italian army. Or do I want to drive up yonder? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to place an objective up here. And I'm going to take Stank off and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's in. He can only move half because it's partial, so we go 8. So that objective is now taken. All right. Remember, you have to have an objective marker on there to do that, to take that. All right, Stank off. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.5 to there. You know, I'll tell you what I found weird is that leg movement on a track or a railroad is half, which I don't know. Why can the infantry walk faster on a freaking track than a tracked vehicle could roll down it, according to that movement chart over there I'm looking at? All right, so these guys are not there in trucks and tactical. So we're going to move the headquarters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we'll take him right here. 5. These guys will move up with him. All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. It's not good at all. So we'll go 5. God damn it. Whoops, I cussed. Sorry. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we're going to backtrack, everybody. Sorry. And we'll leave him there. Pull him back. We did not take that objective yet. Replace that. We will take it, though. I don't want to get these guys out of command range. He's got a command range of 8 is what it is. All right, if I move him. See, these guys here, I have to move them because they were reinforcements. And until they catch up with their main unit, they don't suffer any isolation until they get there. So half, 1 up, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5. All right, so move him to there. And we're going to take the trains. We're going to move them down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On this road, he's moved. And we're going to roll for fatigue. See, I got a main road down there, so I need to move that supply over there. Nathan, do you have Panzer's Last Stand? Are you going to drop that one on the table eventually? Or are you waiting for your Gauss scheme to show up? Fatigue. 6, no fatigue. Do I want to execute a secondary? I do. Nope, no luck. All right, but we can flip the train back over. And that objective never got taken yet. So, all right, Stank off is done. I've got to roll for fatigue on the. Oh, no, I rolled a 6, didn't I? No, I didn't. All right, I attempted a second activation. 3. Second activation for fatigue is a 1 to 2, so I'm good. No fatigue on that. July 2022 for Panzer's Last Stand. Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. I hear you. All right, let's see. So I've only got 2. Well, no, he's out. Don't need to worry about him. So I've only got CCA and Camp Group of Shoot. So here's the deal. Shoot, amazingly enough, is not blocked anymore. Get that off of there. And we're going to do, or CCA, I'm sorry. He's not blocked anymore. So we're going to get that off. No matter what level of MSR block you have, if their MSR becomes available in the preparation, you remove it. So, however, they are stretched to the limit. And I remember right. Nope, here's their train right here. So their train gets placed back on the board. Wrong one, sorry. Their train gets placed back on the board, and we will place them. In this game here, your combat commands from First Armored, they are buddies with everybody, so you don't have to worry about crossing the streams with them. So we'll just drop them up here because it's going to be, do they come back on in a ghost? Yeah, I think they come back on in a ghost. All right. So we'll just place him. We're going to place him way up yonder. I'm sorry. Let me move the camera. Jesus Christ. This is too much to think about. And I just destroyed the Nick task force. See, Steve, the things I do. I wanted to use my overhead camera, but I couldn't get it to a place where I could position it right. So I said, nope, I won't do that. You guys are chitty-chatting anyhow. All right, so I got to go fix Task Force Nick because I trashed him. It'll be all right. All right, they're fixed. All right, so CCA. Down yonder. This guy's over here. All right. I know you can't see him, but you can see what I do with him. Move the camera a little bit this way. All right. So they're not blocked anymore, but they're completely not optimal. Their fatigue of 1. They got a 0 on that. Let's roll for the snafu. Hey, looky there. They might have been okay. 8 down to a 7 because their fatigue level. Ghost Train 6 partial. So what do we want to do with them? This might have been a bad choice for me to unblocking this down here. I may have to move. I may have to separate, shoot, pull these units that were on the attack out. I may have to pull them out and send their asses way back over here to cut them off again. But they might just get out too. These guys aren't getting out. I don't care what anybody says. But they do get to move at double the rate on these tracks. So we could go, he could go 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. And he's got a command of 5. So that could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. All right. Or I could just attack these pansies since my MSR is not blocked. Maybe that's what we'll do. And I would gladly put my camera over here if I didn't think I'd mess everything on the board up. All right, let's go with, I need to maneuver with these guys. So I'm going to take that headquarters and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, he's going to go over yonder. The infantry that was with him will flip and they can move double. 1, 2, 3. Or excuse me. No, they can move double on the ground. 1, 2. These partials. I'll tell you what I think I want to do. I think I want to hit these guys in the face, but they're in terrain. Hold on. Alarm, alarm, alarm. I already took my pills, so I ain't got to worry about that. LBW has a nice owner. I met the guy, man. He's an ass. I think I'm going to go shoot in the face. But he is sitting in terrain. And I would probably have to do attack by fire. But you know what? You only live twice. All right, so let's go punch this guy in the face. These are dual AVs. So I'm gonna wait a minute, how many points? He's got 2 points left. You know, this isn't gonna hurt. 1, 2, and we're gonna punch them in the face. Actually, track in open terrain, yes, 1. So we're gonna do a couple of fire events right there on that guy in terrain. So it's gonna be attack by far. Well, he can hit him. On a 5 or 6, we're going to roll both of them. Oh my gosh. So they got a hit. 1 hit on, yeah, like that's going to hurt anything. Hit him for a 5. Took him down to 5. You don't have to go nowhere. Let's see. All right, let's take, these guys are pretty much covering is what they're doing. So we'll roll him up in here also. He's going to do the same thing. Now, remember, if you do a regular attack against a hex, that's it. If you don't chase that unit out of there, that hex can't be attacked again. All right. If you chase him out of there and you pursue him, you can attack him again. All right. Same thing here. We didn't hit squat. All right. I could do it again. I don't think I want to. I think I'm going to get this armor out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same thing. Move him. Come on. Oops. 7. 8. He's good. He's good. He's good. Let's move him over there with him. He's done. See if we can't salvage this infantry. 1, 2. No, we're going to sacrifice you, buddy. You keep that road. No, maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit. I moved him too far. Gonna move him back 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, screw it. We'll flip him. 1, 2. All right. So they did. What did they do for fatigue here? They did an attack by fire. So let's roll for fatigue. Nope, he did not fatigue. Let's take a risk at a second activation. And he did not. But he can flip his combat train, which doesn't matter because he's way the hell up here. And CCA, they did cause a point of damage, so I guess that's considered successful, right? And now, this is the first time I think they moved in 3 turns because there was just nothing I could to do with them. Nothing I could do with them. Oh, yeah, I would have put an objective marker there. I didn't do it. My bad. All right. That's the other thing I keep forgetting, dropping the objective marker. Usually I think about it in the middle. What if I do a regular attack or a sock attack or a victory location, that's when I remember it. All right, so the only thing left, because, let's see, CCC is done and Welvert's done. I can't use them. I still got some German artillery I can use. Schutt is the last unit to activate. And, well, John, you didn't order nothing from me. Oh, wait, I don't got a store. Speaking of which, I got to package that game up and send it to Clay. All right, let's activate Schutt since the camera's over here. And I think we need to cut these clowns back off before their next activation. But I got to get a roll in order to do that. Now, their fatigue is 0, so that's cool. They're optimal, so they'll at least get a +1. And I forgot all about that over here. They've got Rommel. So they're going to get another +1. They're going to get +2. It's 5, 6, 7. Hallelujah. Somebody got a full activation. I think the last 4 formations I've had did not. Let's see. Hey, none of this fantasy crap. This is a historical war game channel. You save that crap for your dreams. And Schutt has red support. So you guess what? You guys are going to pay a price down here. So I'm going to... Shoot, man, I got to drop an OBJ on a unit. I don't have any choice. All right, so I'm going to OBJ here. And I'm going to OBJ. And I'm going to OBJ. They're not going to get to this guy. And I don't think they'll get to this guy here. So if I put that OBJ there, that's going to cover him. And if I put it here, it's going to cover, yeah, so this whole area will be covered. So they got a full activation. All right, first thing I want to do is I want to cut their supply. Yeah, I was out all this past week with a virus. Thank God it wasn't the bad one. I want to move him. Man, that's a strong unit, though. That's a strong unit. And do I want to come out of support with that guy? Does he? Yeah, he's got one artillery. Now, support's got to happen, what, before? Damn it. Support's got to happen in the pre-turn. So I can't do that. Oh, but they can't get to that road anyhow because he's blocked right there. Sweet. All right, so we're going to take the Pioneers. This is going to be tough. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, yeah, I know. Seems like a stretch, but hang in there. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not going to work. He's going to be out of command if I do that. All right. Well, I got to do it. I need to cut that off. Let me take a look at this again. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Instead of over there, we'll move him here. All right. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. God darn it. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not going to be no good. That's not going to be no good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if he goes in there, he's good. All right. So we're going to go 1. I don't even want to do that. Do I even want to do that? John, I'm afraid to ask what you broke. What'd you break? I'm thinking. I'll move it in a second. Hold on. Give me here. I'll do this. Is that better? That's where I intend on moving my headquarters to keep everybody in command. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to do some attacking by fire with this guy here into, he is not a red, he's not a hard AV, so let's say he is going to be wide freaking open is what he's going to be because he's not sitting in any terrain. So we're going to go 1, 2, move him into here, 3, he's going to do a fire or a meeting engagement into this guy here. So we've got 7 into 3. Pretty sure I should win that one. It's not a double objective, not limited AV. No prepared defense, no multiple standoffs, all other shit. So it's going to be 7 into 3. It's going to be plus 4. 6 and 4 is 10 on a real AV. Step loss, and I think, he had 2, lucky little bastard. So he got that crap stuff there. Target loss and retreat. 1, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, 1, 2, 3. We'll put him back here with the headquarters. He got lucky. All right. And I do not want this guy to go out of command as soon as I move this. All right. So here's the objective hex right here. They should have made objective hexes that have no arrow on them so you could put them right on the hex. Yeah, I got lucky. One of my girls got COVID in the office, and a couple of days later, I got sick. Turns out I did not. I had tested for COVID, didn't have COVID, but found out I had a virus. So I was home for a week, took a bunch of dope, and now you go back to work tomorrow. So all I did was lay on the couch all week pretty much, and in the evenings try to play. But I'll say this, got a lot of games clipped, a lot of them. Out there clipping Dak right now, so I don't want to know if I really want to do anything. I don't think I want to attack that guy, but I do know. So I want to move my headquarters, and I already counted that out, so I'll move him to there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to move him out and over because I want to keep him in range. Oh, support, sorry. Keep that support with him. I didn't need to, but I will. All right, do this, do this. I don't think I need to do anything else, but I got to roll for fatigue. What is with you and Ardwolf on my channel? What are you talking about? What did he do? I know he was clipping, but he was doing it solo. All right, no fatigue. And I think with shoot, I think we're going to close it right there, and that's going to be the end of the game turn. I don't think I want to do anything else because I'm going to block their MSR again now. I just don't want them boys to get no supplies. It makes it difficult for them. He didn't suffer any fatigue, and the Germans have still not won the game. So that closes out that turn. And just so you all... Here, I'll put on the big picture so you can see what's going on. How's that sound? How about that? Better? Sorry, the light's on whether you want it to be or not. Let me get this camera out of my way. See what happens when I turn that light off. If you can even see anything at all. Yeah, I guess that works. I guess I can do that. I can't see anything, but you all can. Which one do I want? Stop it, Nathan. Now that's my Brio. That's why I was asking you this morning about what camera. I can't use my, well, I mean, I can use some third-party software, but every time I use the mobile version of whatever it's called, the Streamlabs stuff or whatever, my microphone on my freaking Galaxy, it seems to crack. So because I would like to stream with my phone. So I guess I got to wait till I have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and then I can use my phone directly into the platform. All right, so here's the deal. Now that you can see the whole game board, okay, you've got victory locations that say either is option 1. You've got some that say Tabessa, and you've got some that say Lakef. So the chit that I drew was Tabessa. Nope, was Tabessa. Can't see it, I know. Don't worry about it. But that's over here. There's like 2 exit points over here for Tabessa, okay? If you move every unit that has a tactical movement allowance, which is a movement allowance that's red, you exit them off through that entry area, that victory area, that's the Germans just win straight out. There's no point calculation. If you can't do that, then you need to take victory point locations. Okay, so since I drew Tabessa, I've got to take victory point locations that say Tabessa or either. And there's 2 right there that say either. And I think they got to get at least 9 points to get a victory. And right now, I have only got, so that one's not going to count. I've only got 2. So I'm really not sure, 2 turns ago when this road right here was wide open, all was good. And I thought about just smoking the Germans down that road and then turning that way, okay? Or exiting over here, which would be another good place. But I don't know. If I can clear this, that might still be an option. So, which one went over your head? What did I say? What did I say? So I got to decide what I'm going to do, which means if I'm going to try to run for the border, that means I got to move Task Force Shoot, the one I was just playing down here in the corner. I got to get them going that way too. And which means I'm going to need to, there's no way I'm going to go this way down this track down here and then get out. So I need to clear that highway and I need to keep them in check. Well, in order to keep this group in check, I've got to keep a task force up there. And you can't move units out of command radius of the headquarters because then they start suffering isolation. Which that's why I was being so determined down here with CCA of not just dashing those armored units as far as I could, because then they'll go into, then you got to check for isolation, and that would have punished them. The only unit that I have that I don't have to do that to that would normally be is this solo unit sitting down here by himself. But like I say, he was a reinforcement until he catches up with his command. You don't count isolation for him. And if you look on the chart here, all of these units here, these were attack capable units that were retreated in combat, and they could not do their three. Yeah, I have Nathan. I've got. Well, I did, but I forced the headquarters to retreat. I had like 3 formations that were in prepared defense, but I threw their headquarters away and had to yank both of them, or all 3 of them. So, matter of fact, Welvert was one that was in. He was in prepared defense. But these units here retreated, and they retreat 3 hexes, and they got to retreat adjacent to or with the same hex of their headquarters. If they can't do that, you put them on the turn record track for the next turn, and they come back in as reinforcements. All right, so let's see. Baptist provides both options via the victory condition chit draw. All right, you're confusing me because it told me to choose one. Or do you mean I can either execute that, that's one option, or the victory point option is the other, if that's what you're talking about? Oh, yeah. I remember reading about that. What was Rommel? Wasn't Rommel, was he I was reading the designer's notes. Didn't he wanted to just swallow the whole canary with the one big master sweep. Didn't he, to cut to ruin the Brits and the Allies with one big broad stroke? That was one option. Well, Lakef and Tabesa are those 2 options. And I know Rommel wanted one, but the Italiano Supremo plan was the other one. Yeah, well, John, that's actually what's going to my head. But that is what in the victory conditions 4.0, that's what it says. You exit all tactical movement allowance units, which means the infantry and leg stuff and truck stuff don't have to, but you've got to get all those MA units off. And the only way if I'd have drawn that objective way up there, I can't see. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think either way you're leaving something behind you if you're trying to move all your forces up that way. And you're kind of doing the same here going this way, but the difference is that I have, and you can't see it, but down there is a German supply source. And it's just a short distance to travel. The problem is I got to get all this crap over there. So, yeah, Rommel wanted that lightning disc, but there was something in the designer notes. Let's see. Rommel's, okay, so the solution that I randomly drew to Besa, it says here that Rommel's preferred big solution. This would strike right at the heart of the command and logistical base for the U.S. and French forces in the southern Tunisia, with an eye towards driving even deeper to do the same to the British Army in the north by striking to the coast at Bonnet, or Bone, or whatever. So the exit location for that victory condition is A. and that is right here, over here on the left side of the board. All right. So these units are over here, got it pretty easy for that victory condition. Yeah, Todd, they're standard. Two mappers. See you, Steve-O. You big sissy, it ain't but 8:51. Or unless you're going to play. So it says here, the victor with those two places, as such, the Axis player does not know his own goals when he starts to play. Rather, he draws one victory objective marker from a cup at the start of the 19th February turn, which is what I did, to determine what objective he has been assigned by the Italian Comando Supremo. You note when you're playing two-player, you note the thing down and you place the counter face down so your opponent can't see it. The objective will be one of two. All right, and that is exiting all those units also. Okay, and then it says here, oh, come on, where was I reading it? About your secondary option. Oh, come on. Some say either, which means they count for victory points regardless of the victory objective drawn. Right, so, okay, so these victory locations say either. Doesn't matter which one I drew. I can use those for victory points for either one of them. Well, now I might not have to stay. You might have to stay a sec now. Who's going to play and make some quality? Steve-O? He always does. He always makes quality. That's not fair, y'all chatting like that when I'm looking in the rule book. That's cheap. They should make this thing where y'all could, like, make voice sounds in the chat. No, forget that. I'd never get nothing done. Especially with John on here. I'd never get nothing played. Regardless of the victory points, the Axis player wins if he fulfills the exit requirements of the victory objective. Okay? All right, so it's either execute the exit plan or you can do the victory point thing. So, you know, probably a good idea to work on victory points while you're attempting to do your exit plan. I'm not sure, though. I mean, I would think that if you were playing two-player with this and, you know, you choose your chip and you place it face down so your opponent doesn't know what it is, I mean, how many turns do you think it's going to be before he figures out, oh, he's running for that exit zone? So, I mean, yeah, I guess that's a cool thing. I mean, I don't know if you could. I mean, you could literally have drawn that exit location up there, but, you know, as the Axis, you might be thinking, you know, well, let's go grab a bunch of these just in case. And maybe that throws off the allied player thinking, okay, he's headed for Tebessa, when all you're really trying to do is grab these two victory locations here. But I don't really know how that one would work because you've only got the one major road and you've got, what, 3 or 4 formations of allies that are coming up that road. What I missed, Steve? I was trying to look at Todd's. He said you were going to make some quality videos. Don't drop the camera. Funny, Nathan, funny. He's going to play. Oh, I get it. It's an emphasis on quality. Bite me, Todd. All right. So let me just jibber jabber about the system. I know Nathan liked it. I like it. The rest of you schmucks need to get it out on your table and play it so you can like it and tell me about it. It's like, this is a great system, guys. And I got news for you. Anybody that looks at this and says, oh, this doesn't take any thinking, that's a load of shit. Because you have to. Yeah, Nathan, there's one. No, there's not. The only one on the map is right there. Is it right at the top of the screen there? There's none. That's either. And the next one down is Tebessa. So that's the only one on the map that says Lequef. Yeah, that's the Northwest. You've got to use your head on this. Now, granted, the supply, the MSR thing on this one, And you heard Nathan a few minutes ago talking about you've only got 2 to 3 corridors you can move. But with having the buddy system in here, where Dak, Stankoff, and Schutt are buddies, you don't have to worry about that with them. And Lang and was it Reinman or whatever, and Gearhart are buddies. So you can intermix all you want over there all day long. Yeah, there's a bunch of the eithers up there, and that's what I was looking at here a minute ago. Do I want to jump all over those? And right now, I could do that, I think, with Dak and Stankoff, because there's no way Task Force Nick, unless he gets a full activation up here, is going to get down here and stop all of this. And there are no more. The only allied reinforcements left is that artillery group, which I understand is pretty potent. There's a 1 guards reconnaissance, it looks like, armored battalion. And there's an infantry battalion from Nick that'll come on this next turn. But other than that, oh no, I'm sorry. See, this is what I got to think about with Welvert. See, I took Welvert off the board, and I think that's a mistake. Did you have that situation, Nathan, where, like, Welvert, all his units were eliminated, but he's got reinforcements? GT, thank you, sir. See, look, there's one super intelligent viewer right there. So what does Welvert, what did you do with the formation headquarters when they had reinforcements coming, but everything was off the map? And I know I read it, and I think that's why I left him on the board. Oh, really? Welvert was your anchor over there? Well, Mike Dak and them just smoked him. And see, I think I got to put them back on the board. I really do, because, and I'm going to do that until I'm valid. They would have been moved out from here, so they would have gone back. He would have been ghosted anyhow. So I'm going to put him back on there as if he had retreated, because he's got reinforcements coming in, and I will read the rules before I get around to that. Where's his marker? But CCC has none. He has no more reinforcements. Hey, GT, I'll post it on my Facebook with your title on it. Yeah, now Nathan, I had him sitting down here in prepared defenses, but I hit him. Well, okay, so when Stankoff came across and DAK came up in air, the fire events, well, I got some lucky die rolls on the fire events, and then using the infantry, the attacks, or even using the shock attacks with the dual units, because I had 2 of them that were over here, using the duals, and then using infantry regular attacks with having assist, and of course throwing German artillery in there. That eventually busted them out of there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the action ratings of the Allies in this, I mean, it's just, come on, what's the strongest one? Maybe there's a 4 somewhere. There's a couple of 4s on some of the CC units. Most of these guys are 1s, 2s, and 3s. And even with prepared defense, I mean, I don't, unless I'm missing something. I mean, I was, like I say, I had 3 formations in prepared defense. And I like that too, how you can put even an attacking force in prepared defense, even though it'll chop your DRN, your snafu, it'll chop it down. I'm going to mute y'all for a second. Talk amongst yourselves, but I'm an older fella, and I have to use the facilities. I'll be right back. I have returned. And while I'm thinking about it, I had breakfast this morning with a couple of grognards that happen to watch the channel that have come in from Wisconsin to do some Civil War battlefield watching or checking out. Thomas Beach, and I know I'm going to butcher Mark's last name because I guess the age thing with me, I forgot. It's Mark. I want to say it's Mark Nyes or Wise. I'm not sure. Thomas Beach, he'll straighten me out when he sees this or hears this. But they have driven in from Wisconsin. Apparently, Mark had never seen an American Civil War battlefield. So he retired, and he said, let's go. And I guess Tom was waiting to come on over here and see it. So they drove in. They rode over, got into Chambersburg yesterday and hollered at me and bought me breakfast this morning at Cracker Barrel here where I live. And we were in there probably about an hour and a half. Yeah, maybe an hour. What a couple awesome dudes, man. Serious gamers. They got a massive collection of games they play too, and there's a bunch of stuff they like, but we chit-chatted and got along just wonderful. And I was going to go to Antietam with them, but I got woke up at like 4 a.m. this morning for something. And I had not been to sleep when I went down there to meet them, and I was wasted by the time breakfast was done. I had to go in and do something at the office. Then I came home and passed out. But I thought that was really cool. They contacted me and let me know they were going to be in town and wanted to hook up, and we did. I wished I could have just brought them here. They wanted to maybe push some counters around, but like I said, I've been on a virus sort of protocol for the whole week, and I didn't think it was probably a good idea. Even though I think I'm okay now and I'm going back to work. All right. Anybody got any comments on this game system? Anybody got any tips? Anybody got any winning lottery tickets they can send me? John Longshore? West Virginia preferably? No? Yes? Todd, you got your entire game room packed up? Nathan, have you started reading the GOS rules yet? Because you know you can download those for free. What did I do with my other objective? Oh, there it is. No, everybody go to sleep. All right, well, I've been going a little over an hour and 15 minutes. Games, Richard! I did talk about those a little bit earlier. Hey, some of these tickets are second tickets. Well, Mike, you can't be asleep because you just typed in text. And I went to the bathroom, so you missed. Sorry. Yeah, hey, that's you guys last night were on stream. That's the Richard right there I was telling you about where I got all these games from here recently. Case Blue, GB2, Enemy at the Gates, whole bunch of stuff from him. Dak arrived the other day, arrived yesterday or Friday. What about Richard? What have I got? About a dozen from you, I think, in the last 2 weeks. So, well, I sent Wardrobe the link, Todd, hoping he'd pop on here. And I keep thinking, Richard, about your Spires of the Kremlin stuff. So, yes, sir, I do. I have Case Blue. And he sent me GB2 right along with it, with all the updated maps. It's already punched, and they were unpunched, too. So it's already punched and clipped. And I'm sure one day I'll get it on here. Yeah, I mean, eventually. I don't know how soon I'll get to that one. There's no way my table's 5x6. There's no way I'm going to be able to throw all that on here. But I'm sure I'll pick out something in there that I can. Well, wait a minute. Now think about it. Isn't it only the case? No, there's more than that in there. I couldn't do the whole thing. But I know I'll do something around it because I do like OCS. You know, right now, the current plan is, of course, you know, that works. 5 minutes from now, I can change what the hell's on my brain. But I'm kind of, you see, you did this and you did last Blitzkrieg back to back. I think what I want to do is go from here to Brazen Chariots and then maybe the last Blitzkrieg. I figure by the time I get through Brazen Chariots, I'll have this down pretty tight. And have you looked at the new activation changes in Panzer's Last Stand that Gamer Hudson was talking about? But I still think it only applies to that game or going forward. All right, gents. Well, look, hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes. I'm gonna bust off here. Stop this at the end of this turn. Next time I come on, maybe a couple days or so, I'll stream we'll start streaming turn 20. You can probably see everything I do then. Maybe I won't talk so much and I'll just play, and maybe I can get Todd on here to keep the crowd entertained. Or for John, maybe I'll get Murray on here. Really? Now, Nathan, that's the same thing that Steelstone and Clay told me to go straight to last Blitzkrieg. And maybe I should. I don't know. All right, guys. Hey, it's been great. Thank y'all for popping on here. Pop over, subscribe over to the channel if you don't. If you don't like me, well, if you subscribe, then you can comment and say dirty things about me. I know you won't. Y'all love me to death, right? But I appreciate everybody popping on here tonight. And we're going to close this thing out. Y'all can check it out later if you didn't see all of it and see what the 4 or 5 activations that I did. And we'll get some more of this going here before long. Love the system. If you got it, shut up and play it. It's worth it. All right. Peace. See y'all.